we do write our answers. And this one you can call it question 2, okay? Find the domain and range. I hope that you all remember what domain and range is. Marilyn, welcome. Welcome to the session, Marilyn. Can you all see the question okay? You can just show me a thumbs up if you can, or a thumbs down. And the others? Cool. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we want to find the gradient of the first line, and we want to find the domain and range of the function in the second question. Sadeh, welcome. Good to have you join us again. Sipesihle. Hi, Sipesihle. Hi, Tyrese. Hi, Valerie. Thanks for joining again. It's great to have you here. We're going to try the first two questions for those of you that just joined. Find the gradient of the line and find the domain and range of the function. Okay, I'm going to give you one more minute and then we're going to have a look. We've got quite a lot of parabolas to go through today, and we're going to do consolidation exercises based on the previous week's information that we've gained. So yeah, I'm going to give you one more minute and then we can go through these two questions, which will be useful for what we do today. Okay, I think we can start. These questions are not that. I think you'll all be okay with them. But yeah, please feel free to type your answers in the chat. Then I can check whether what I'm doing is also fine. So the first one wants us to calculate the gradient. And the equation for the gradient, we're going to use m for the gradient. So m equals your change in y over change in x. So it will be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, and we're going to label them. So we're going to label this one here x1, y1, and we're going to label here x2, y2. Okay, x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, now we're going to plug in and we're going to say y2 is 5 minus y1, which is 9, over x2, which is 2, minus x1, which is minus 3. Let's check that again. 5 minus 9 over 2 minus 3, which is minus 4 over 5. Okay, did everybody get that? Minus 4 over 5. You can just show me a sign if you got that, Mia. Minus 4 over 5. Well done. Okay. Minus 4 over 5. Well done. Okay. So m equals minus 4 over 5 or negative 0.8. If you have it like that, it's also fine. Then we have the next question, which wants the domain and range. So just in the chat, if you can just type, what is domain? Does it refer to X or does it refer to Y? Domain. Does it refer to X or does it refer to Y? It refers to X. Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, so it refers to X. Domain refers to X. Is that everybody? Yeah. Yes, that's correct. Okay, domain, nope. No, not Y. Domain is X, range is Y, right? So domain is X, range is Y. Now, what we can see here, I'm actually going to just move this here so we can just see it better. And the domain is X, right? So we want to know what X values can this particular diagram be valid for. So it can be for any X values because the graph goes positive and negatively any values, right? So it can be any values, positive or negative, right? So the domain will be, there's different ways of writing it. We can either say X element of real numbers, or we can write it as minus infinity to positive infinity, like that. So it can be negative infinitely or positive infinitely, right? Is this, did anybody get this? Can just show me a sign, maybe with a thumbs up. Did anybody get this? Do you understand this? Nope, didn't get this. Okay, do you understand? Do you understand why it's this values? Nope, you're confused. Okay. So let's see why, right? So why it's these values is because the X can be, from here, it can go any point to the positive side and any value to the negative side. So the X can be any value positive or any value negative. Because you look, if we have this graph will carry on down. It will carry on and on and on. And it will carry on and on and on and on going down. So it can be any X value positive and any X value negative, right? So it's not restricted at all. So there's no restriction for the X. So we can write that there. So there's no restriction. So it carries on infinitely to the positive side and infinitely to the negative side. So you can carry on drawing this graph until infinite X values and infinite Y values. Is that okay? Infinite X, infinite Y, right? Okay. Okay. So, but the Y, now you see this Y. Can I go above this point here for the Y? So the Y's point here is minus 3, right? Sorry, not minus 3, it's 1. So the Y value here is 1, right? The Y value there is 1. Can I go above that? So can I draw my graph above 1? You can just type in the chat and let me know. Or you can just either draw can I draw above 1? Yes means thumbs up means yes, thumbs down means no. Can I draw my graph above 1? This particular graph, does it go above 1? Does it go above 1? Okay. I'm getting mixed answers. This graph doesn't go above 1. It stops here at 1. See? This particular graph. So another parabola can go above 1 because, we get parabolas that go to 6 and 10, and we get ones that go positively, negatively. But this particular parabola cannot go above 1. This particular one we have on the screen. So it stops at 1. So 1 is the highest y value that it can go, but it can go down infinitely. So it carries on down, but the plus, it stops there on the top, right? So the range, which is our y values, we can have either y is less than or equal to 1, which means all the y values go downwards, or we can write it as 1 and negative infinity. So the range can be 1 and it goes down negatively, because see it carries on downwards, or it can be just that it is less than or equal to 1, because at that turning point we have a maximum y value. Any questions related to this? You're welcome to type in the chat. Nope. Okay, so the domain is x. It can be any x values, positive or negative. Range, it will go down. Hi, Tumelo. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So we're just going through the start questions, Tumelo, and the range would be less than 1, right? Okay. So range is y and domain is x. Okay. So I hope you've written this down nicely, and we can have a look as we go along for the next question. So range is y and domain is x, right? So with the parabola, your range will always be restricted, because it will either be if it's a downward sloping graph, it will go from the maximum point downwards. If it's a happy graph, it will go from the minimum point upwards, right? Okay. But we'll look at a few more just now. Okay. Okay, are you all ready to try to move on to what we're going to be doing today, the interpretation of the graphs? Are you all ready? Yeah? Everybody else? Yeah? Yeah? Okay, okay. I'm seeing more people ready. Okay, great. You've got your pen and papers, because we're going to do lots of writing. Okay, great. All right. Okay. So we'll revisit this topic just now, and we'll have more practice with it. So let's have a look at this next question that I have prepared for you. Okay, can everybody see this question okay? Hello? Can you see it okay? Okay. I see there was one thumbs down. Please, if you can't see properly, you must also press the 3 dots on your right and the right hand part of the picture, and you can just say maximize there, and it will appear properly on your screen, right? Or spotlight or maximize, right? So we've got 2 types of graphs here. We've got a straight line and we've got a parabola, right? A straight line and a parabola. Okay. And the accompanying sketch not drawn to scale shows the graphs of functions defined by fx equals minus x squared plus 2x plus 3. And gx equals mx plus c. We don't have the equation of gx yet, right? So we need to find that. Okay. Find the coordinates. The first question, find the coordinates of C, the turning point of curve F. Okay. So the company sketch not drawn to scale shows the graphs of function defined by fx equals minus x squared plus 2x plus 3. And they want us to find the coordinates of C, the turning point of the curve of F. Okay. Okay. So which graph are we going to use to find that turning point? It says the curve of F, right? So we're going to use the graph of F to find the turning point, right? Which is the parabola. Does anybody remember what the equation is to find the x value of the turning point? You can type it in the chat. Does anybody remember what the equation is? It was x equals something. What is that equation? Somebody's unmuted themselves. Is it you, Isabella? You know the equation? Nope. Okay. Anybody remembers the equation? What about you? Okay, yeah, that is the one of the turning point equations for the whole parabola. So thank you for that. You've got that. It's Ipileng. But Ipileng, what is the equation just to find the x turning point? What is that equation to find the x value of the turning point? X value of the turning point. The equation to find the x value of the turning point. Who can we ask? Shall we ask Joy? Joy, what is the equation to find the x value of the turning point? Nope. Okay. I'm going to remind you. So I'm going to call this question 1. It's x equals minus b over 2a. So we use this equation to find the turning point. X equals minus b over 2a. How many of you have seen this equation before? Okay, so you must keep revising your work. This is one of the equations we had looked at. I think it was in lesson 2 probably. So it's minus b over 2a for the turning point, for the x value of the turning point, right? So it's minus b over 2a. And we're going to now look at our original equation. So let's write our equation down. Minus x squared plus 2x plus 3. So if we got this equation minus x squared plus 2x plus 3, what is the value of b? Just type it in. What is the value of b in this equation? What is the value of b? Yeah, take a try. 2, yes, 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 2, correct, 2. Okay. And a, what is the value of a? What is the value of a? Yes, minus 1. Okay, so to find the turning point, so we're going to say x equals minus b over 2a, which will be minus 2 over 2 times minus 1. So minus 2 over 2 times minus 1. Okay, and this value will then be minus 2 over minus 2, which will be 1. So the x equals 1. Minus 2 over minus 2, which is 1. Is that okay? Yeah, okay, following? So to find the x turning point, I hope you've written this equation down, minus b over 2a. And you take the x and then you take the b and you take the a and plug it in to find the x, right? Okay, now they say find the coordinates of C, which is the turning point. Now we've got the X value. Now we need to find the Y value. So we're going to take the X and plug it back into the equation of F. Okay, so let's write that down. So to find the Y, we're going to say Y equals minus X squared plus 2X plus 3, which will then be Y equals minus 1 squared. So Y equals to minus 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 4. So X equals to 1, Y equals to 4, and we have C, which is then 1 and 4. So C is 1 and 4. Okay. Everybody happy with C? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, so initially when I showed you x equals minus b over 2a, I hope you've written that down and you understand that to find the turning point, first we're going to look for the x, and then we take that x and we plug it in to find y, right? So I'm just going to make a little note here. So I'm going to say here, to find turning point, I'm going to call it t dot p, the turning point. First thing we do is find x, where we say x equals minus b over 2a, and then you plug x into original equation to find y. Plug x into the graph equation to find y. Okay, so yeah, so we've got x is minus b over 2a, and you plug x into the graph equation to find y. Okay, are we all in the same place? Rabone? Okay, okay. Sipesihle, are we all in the same place? Tumelo, do you know how to find the x value of the turning point now?
Yes, sir. Is it minus b over 2a?
Yes. Will you remember that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay. So write it down and keep it for your revision. Valerie, are you okay? You know how to find the x and the y of the turning point? Okay, great. Please go through it and make a note of it so that you don't forget, right? Great. I'm so happy that we've cleared that up. Okay, great. So actually, I'm just going to clear this up because I want some of the space under this graph. So I'm just going to clear this up. Okay, so all gone. Okay, all gone on the screen, but you remember it, and hopefully you've written it down nicely. Please message me in the chat if you need any further questions on this. So the next question says, find the length of KC. Find the length of KC. Now remember, C was the point 1 and 4, right? That was point C. It says, find the length of KC. What do you think the answer is? What is KC? What is the length of KC? KC is here. Here's KC, right? What is that length? What is the length of KC? Okay, I'm getting some answers. I'm getting some answers. More people. We've got an answer from Joy. Any more people who want to share their answers? KC? Yeah? Valerie? Sipesihle, what is KC? Okay, Marilyn, 4 units. Joy, 4 units. Okay. Valerie, 4 units. Angela, Boitumelo? Chokozani? Tyrese? Okay. You're all saying 4 units. Yay, well done. Okay, great. It is indeed 4 units. Well done. Okay. So, yeah, excuse me, it is 4 units, right? 4 units because it's the y value of the turning point. Okay, well done. Great. Okay, cool. So KC, 4 units. Okay, KC is 4 units, right? The next one says, if A and B are the x-intercepts of curve F, so A and B are the x-intercepts of curve F, find the length of AB. So we've got A and we've got B, and they want us to find the length of AB. So how are we going to find AB? We use a specific method in mathematics. What do we call that method to find AB? What do we use to find AB? Because it's the x-intercepts, remember? AB is the x-intercepts, right? Yeah. Yeah. What do we use to find AB? We use factorization to find AB, right? So we've got the equation here, minus x squared plus 2x plus 3, and we need to factorize that into 2 brackets to find the x-intercept. So I'm going to say here, let's write this down. So we're going to say x squared minus x squared plus 2x plus 3, and this is fx, right? But remember, at the y-intercept, because a and b is the y-intercept, what is the x-intercept? Sorry, at the x-intercept, a and b are the x-intercept. What is the value of y at the x-intercept? Joy, what is the value of y? Okay, you've written 0. Great. Okay. Valerie, what is the value of y at the x-intercept? All the way to? What is the value of y at the x-intercept? Okay, all the way to great. So we're going to then say 0 equals minus x squared plus 2x plus 3. Okay. So I want you now to factorize this expression for me, right? So factorize this expression for me into 2 brackets. Now remember, it's very important that we know that it's not very nice to factorize something when it's got a negative. So we're going to remove the negative. And we've got x squared minus 2x minus 3. And we're going to factorize this. So let's factorize it, this bracket, into 2 brackets. Okay, come. You can type your answer in the chat once you've factorized it for me. Please try and contribute so we can see your answers and we can all share answers with each other. Rabone, please type in the chat your answer so we can also look if we're all on the same page. Tumelo is giving answers. We've got Ipileng. Tumelo and Ipileng have the same answer. Okay. Okay, anybody else? Sepang. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So it's 0 equals minus, and then I've got here x minus 3 x plus 1. X minus 3 and x plus 1. Right? X minus 3 and x plus 1 are our x values there. Okay. So we've got x equals minus 1 and x equals 3 as our solutions for x. So well done. Well done to those of you that gave those answers. Great work from your side. Okay. So we're going to make this equal to 0, and we're going to say x equals 3 or x equals minus 1. Okay. Great. Well done. Well done, everybody. Well done. Okay. X equals 3 or x equals minus 1. Okay. Yeah. You can just show me a thumbs up if you're on the same page. Or you can type in the chat if you need a further explanation for this. Okay, everybody's factorizing. Okay. Okay, I'm glad. Let's go back to our diagram. Here's our diagram. And let's plug in the values. So we've got here minus 1 here, and b is 3. Okay. So if x is minus 1 and b is 3, what is the length of AB? What is the length of AB? Just let me know what you think. What is the length of AB? Okay, Joy, you say 4. Yeah. Tumelo 4. Tokozani, you're giving me the x values. We need to find the length of AB. That means from A to B. From A to B. Here, we need to find from A to B. Okay. Okay, the answer is indeed 4. So well done to those of you that have 4. Wow, okay, a lot of the answers here are 4. Okay, so it's 4 units. 4 units is AB because it's 3 on this side from O to B, and O to A is 1, so 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so it is 4 units. They want the length from A to B. So from here to here, what is the length? Okay. Great. Okay. Right. We have done quite a lot so far. Is everybody okay? Everybody okay? Yeah? You following okay? Any questions? Okay. Yeah. I say some of you are quite quiet. Still to hear from some of you. Sipesihle, are you okay? Sipesihle? Okay, good. Angela, Boitumelo? Okay. Okay. Alberto, very quiet. Alberto, are you okay? Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, I feel confident now to move on. Everybody seems to be fine. Now we're going to do the next one. Determine the equation of G. And what graph is that? Anybody can answer. What graph is that? What graph is G? What do we call that graph?
Is it linear?
Linear or straight line here? Thank you. Great. Linear or straight line. And what is the standard equation for this graph? Y equals to, anybody have an answer? Mx plus c. Or Joy, you've got ax plus q. Okay, that's fine. Y equals mx plus c, x plus q. Okay, so we need to find the equation of G. Okay, so the equation of G. And G is going, I see that through 3. And it's also going through this point D here. It's going through a point D here, right? So D is also the y-intercept of the parabola. Okay. So I'm just going to actually clean this up a bit so we can see. Okay. Let's clean it up a bit. Okay. So okay, so we need to find the y-intercept of the parabola, right? So what is the y-intercept of the parabola? Anybody want to take a try before I write the answer here? And we have to work it out. Anybody want to take a try? What is the y-intercept of the parabola? The y-intercept of the parabola. See, this one here, D. What is the y-intercept of the parabola? So we've got the parabola equation, which is y equals minus x squared plus 2x plus 3, right? Okay. To find the y-intercept of the parabola, our x value equals 0. So y-intercept of parabola x equals 0. So it's going to be y equals minus 0 squared plus 2 times 0 plus 3. So y equals 3. So at this point D, we have 3. So it's 0 and 3 is point D. Okay. Okay. Is that okay, everyone? Y-intercept of parabola? Yeah? Okay. So we've got the straight line with 2 points. We've got the y-intercept and we've got an x-intercept there, right? Now we need to find the gradient of the straight line, right? So to find the gradient, we're going to use again the y2 minus y1 over the x2 minus x1 method, which we had done earlier. Okay. So I've got 2 points there. And I've got this point is 3 and 0. Okay. So let's move a bit down. To find the gradient of the straight line, we're going to do change of y and change of x, right? So gradient of straight line of G, we're going to do m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay. And we label here x1, y1, x2, and y2. So this will be 0 minus 3 over 3 minus 0, which is minus 1. So we got the gradient of the straight line being minus 1. Okay, are you all happy with that? Yeah? Everybody happy? Okay, great. Gradient of the straight line being minus 1. And then we need, remember the equation is y equals mx plus c. So it's y equals m, which is minus 1x plus c. Now, what is the c value in the graph? It is here, the y-intercept, which is 3. So it's minus 1x plus 3. Minus 1x plus 3. So it's y equals minus 1x plus 3. And that is the equation of the straight line. Okay. Let's make it a bit smaller so we can see. Okay. Everybody following the equation of the straight line? Yeah. Rabone? Sipesihle? Ipileng? Isabella? Jason? Marilyn? Sade? Tyrese? If you don't understand, please let me know so we can have a look. Okay. 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 So Valerie, if once you've revised this, if you had to do this on your own, will you be able to answer all the questions? Okay. And what about the rest of you? If you were to just revise this again and do it on your own, will you be able to answer all of them? Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Great. So yeah. So this is just an accumulation or a activity that incorporates a lot of what we've done over the other sessions. Yeah, so this is coming to the end of the session today, but I just want to let you know that on Thursday, this coming Thursday, the same time as today, we're going to be having a question and answer session. So as the weeks have been going by, Elzan has been telling you about the homework which you needed to have been going through. Excuse me, and I'm hoping that you all went through that homework. And if you have any questions on that homework, please feel free to send those questions through on the chat on the Watobi app related to the homework that you were given over the weeks. On parabolas. And we will look at those questions on Thursday. So Thursday is a question and answer session based on parabolas. And yeah, that's it from me. I'm going to hand you over to Elzan.
Thank you so much, Dipesh.
An
Hello,
absolute pleasure.
everyone. So, first of all, it's so nice to see all of your faces again. Although I'm not seeing your faces. So, can I quickly get a glimpse of how you guys tonight, how you feel after this amazing session with Dipesh? Can we see if there's smiles or if there's frowns? Or do you prefer not showing yourselves? Thank you, Malang. I can see your smile. Thank you, Angela. I just want to say thank you to all of you for joining in. It's really been such a pleasure to see you guys just gaining a better understanding in maths and as a team working together with Depeche. I love to see you guys participate. So like you guys heard that on Thursday there'll be a Q&A session. So we're hoping to see all of your beautiful faces there as well. And then from my side, sorry, I just muted myself there. I want to check in with you guys again and ask on a scale from 1 to 10, where are you with your understanding on this lesson? Let's see. A 10, we've got a 10 from Alang, 7 from Sade. You guys can be honest, eh? Another 10 from Tumelo. A 12, wow. Isabella, 8.5. 7 from Ipeleng. Came a bit late, that's okay, no worries. 7, okay. Awesome, guys. Thank you all for sharing. And you know how we can get to a 10. What did we say last time? We got a 7 there from Tokozani. Thank you. Revise. Yes, you guys are very clever, hey? So you guys know that we normally have a leaderboard, but last week we only had a few lessons done throughout the week. So we decided that we're not going to put on the leaderboard. And it's not to I'm not here to tell you guys like do more work. We are here to encourage you and support you as much as we can, but I also want to keep you accountable, and I also want to remind you that if you don't do your part, then you won't get the end results that you're looking to get. Hey, so revising is really important, and I know for some of you, you've got holidays now. Whoop whoop. So some of you might be sleeping in a bit late or going out with friends. Yes, we got a party icon there. But also remember to continue to practice. Okay, Depeche said that I must remind you guys that you must continue to practice, because next term math is still gonna be there, and there's gonna be new maths to get familiar with, and then you also need to already know the maths that you've been doing now. Okay, so in order to get those 7s and 6s and 8s and even 9s to a 10, I want you guys to revise during this holiday if you can. Okay, can I see a thumbs up for that? Yay! Okay, and revision is just basically the whole of Parabola. Okay, so you go into functions and relationships, and then you see Parabola and all of the topics underneath, the subtopics, you can just revise. Okay. Okay, guys, well, is there any questions from your side or anything that you'd like to say before we say goodbye?